Right now, a fight is brewing in Washington over the new health care plan that could possibly replace Obamacare. And KU political science expert Dr. Ryan Salzman here to break down what's in the proposal and the chances it will become law. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we heard Governor Kasich over the weekend appear on numerous platforms talking about his big concern about the Medicaid expansion. States who had taken part in that, including here in Ohio. He says other Republicans are upset. He's not alone. And at this point, though, that bill has made its way through 2 committee meetings.
Right. So it's moving forward, this replacement for Obamacare. And there's a big concern. And today's a big day. Everybody's expecting the report from the Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, to come out today and tell us exactly how many of your viewers at home are going to be able to retain their coverage and how many might expect to lose their coverage. Of course, Governor Kasich is worried specifically about the Medicaid expansion. But to be clear, all of this is roped in together. So even if it's harder to get access to health care, that's going to affect the citizens at home. And so there's a lot of concern, and the expectation is that the CBO is going to come out and say that fewer Americans, to the tunes of millions of Americans, can expect to have coverage under the new plan.
So right now, obviously, it seems like it's becoming Republican versus Democrat when it comes to the health care plan. And my question is, are Americans, are we being considered in this whole process?
You know, that's a tough argument for anybody to make. They're all going to claim that this is for the American people. For the Republicans backing the current plan, their biggest concern is undoing the mandate. You're an American. By virtue of that, you have liberty, and liberty extends to the healthcare market as well. So we're not going to make you get health insurance. So we're here for the American people. Of course, the Democrats' argument is we want as many people covered as possible. It's easy to make decisions like that, but when you're sick, when you're hurting, you can't pay your mortgage on your house, this is a lot worse than that. So everybody's going to stand up and say this is for the American people. But I think you're onto something in that the way the process is bearing out, we all feel like we're on the outside looking in, and that's really not the way this should probably be undertaken and be carried out. That is, whatever the result is, none of us are going to feel like it's our needs that are actually being addressed.
Well, and moving forward to this week as well. So we were watching today for health care, and then the travel ban is supposed to go in effect this week as well. Yeah,
so there will be a lot of movement, if I had to guess, early this week. Over the weekend, of course, the new travel ban was issued. The judge in Seattle that had put the stay on the previous ban, he said, hey, you got to file a motion. I can't just come out and essentially make a ruling based on a prior motion. So there's a due process that has to occur. There was a stay put on the order related to a specific family in Wisconsin. But basically what all of this means is that this week, in the next few days, we will see the extent to which the legal process bears out and whether or not this new ban will stand up to scrutiny.
Okay, so the jobs report recently came out, and you and I were discussing as to not whose jobs report this is, but who it reflects, because you had this kind of crossover from the Obama administration into the Trump administration. So when is it now Trump's baby as far as the jobs numbers that we're seeing go up?
Yeah, I think that this one is the marker for it's 100% Donald Trump's jobs report. He should be very happy about that. He was very happy about that for a man that did nothing but insult the jobs report for the last year and a half. He seems to love it now. It's like, I have a little toddler. Now it's like his lovey. He's kind of rubbing his face with it because it's so comforting.
Big numbers.
And it is. They're big numbers. 235,000 jobs. The Trump administration should be very proud of that number. But it does. It raises this bigger issue, which is that the Obama administration is now gone. And the Trump administration, all of the data points, all of the news that comes across our feed moving forward, it's his. It's his to sleep with, his to lie with. That's not to say that he won't continue to put things on his predecessor when it's bad news. Obama did the same thing. But that is to say that for all of us paying attention, we should note that this is his to own moving forward.
All right, Ryan Salzman, good to talk to you again. Have a good week.
Thank you.
And thanks for getting up early after the time.
Absolutely.
I know it's not easy. Hey, we're going to send it over to